Whoa. What in the world? Okay. Good evening, everybody. East, West, North, South, worldwide, and welcome to Loc'D On Sports 216
216.
with me, Keith Allen, and along with me, my partner in crime, Mr. Sean
What up,
C.
big dog? What up?
What's
What up?
up
What up?
with
What
you? What's
up?
up with you? Hey,
Man, we in here.
you know
Draft
it.
day.
Hey, guess what
What
I
up?
did on Monday?
What's up?
I didn't.
Man, I got a bone to pick with everybody as far as our communication. Go ahead.
Yeah, because I sent you the link.
I saw that, but that was after the text message thread that threw me off.
But I sent the text message a while ago, and Antonio had said last
That-
second all of a sudden that he couldn't go on.
That's what threw me off. I was like, oh, and then I saw the thing. I was like, oh, they didn't want me.
Oh, we wanted you. We was looking forward to you.
I'm
Check
just
out.
messing around. No, but go ahead. I'm just messing. I'm just
But
talking.
what I did, though, I played the game.
Ooh, no, you didn't.
Yes, I
Ouch.
did. Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
Ouch.
I'll be throwing on throwback cuts every once in a while on there, so you know.
No, but that's what's up. Hey,
Yeah.
your boy got one. Like,
But
your man pulled off the one that everybody seems to like, and I still appreciate the love that I get for it. And I thank you for playing it. Like I said, that's what's up.
that song still rocks today. 30, almost 30 years later now. You look at it.
Yes. Yes. A shout out to T Dash, shout out to Dan, Simpty, everybody that was a part of that, Bud, all the people that were talking at the beginning. Yeah.
Yes.
Like say the good old days, like saying that was one of them ones. Like say we got lucky.
Oh. You say it all modestly.
You know me, like say it's I can't brag on myself. I am it just what it is. But like say I do appreciate the love from everybody, and hey, thank you for playing it.
Oh yeah, I was just going through stuff because see, usually I don't go on into the studio on here till about 5:00, 5:30. I was on the computer about 2:00.
Oh, okay. You had a day off for Juneteenth?
Yeah, yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
That's
I
what's
was on
up.
the computer then, so I was just going around testing stuff and everything. And I said, "Oh, let's see if this will load up on here, and this will load up," and everything came about. Also, shout out to Miss Teddy Payne that was
Yes.
co-hosting with me.
Thank you for filling in for me because they didn't want me that.
Voodoo didn't want you on there. I ain't had nothing to do with it.
I'm just joking. It was just miscommunication. Like I say, when
Yeah,
I read it, I thought it just wasn't going down. And I was like, oh.
yeah, because truthfully, what I asked when I said, y'all want to do it? If y'all did, I was cool with it. If not, I was cool with it either way. Cause I knew it was the holiday and whatnot. So,
That was the vibe I got when he said he couldn't make it. I thought it was just a no-go. But
yeah.
okay.
He must
But
have got,
anyway.
I think he got put on the grill or something or whatever and stuff,
Hey, of all the holidays, that should be the one that everybody should barbecue.
Oh, yeah. No doubt. No doubt. And happy belated Juneteenth to everybody that's watching.
Yes.
And I hope you all
Definitely.
had a peaceful holiday and everything. But first, let's go to some of the disclaimers before I go to some things real quick. What up? Uh-oh. I hate this on the computer where you can't scroll down or whatever and stuff like that.
Hey, if you want to participate, just go ahead and we welcome all chats. We
Yes,
love
definitely.
everybody. We love all interaction.
Yes,
Please feel
sir.
free to chime in. Like say today is draft day, and we love to see how you feel about the draft. We have a very low pick, the 49th, but definitely chime in and definitely subscribe to the new Allen Vision 2 YouTube page. Check it
Yes,
out.
sir.
All 3 shows are over there and we're steady growing. Yeah.
Yeah, and hey, do that. Subscribe. We're gonna have it scrolling, so we have to constantly remind you subscribe. Like Sean said, the chat lines are open. Chime in. Definitely chime in. Now,
Yeah, it
what
was some big trades. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
yes. First thing we're gonna go into before we go into anything, because today is a special day, June 22nd. Now let me ask you, what happened on this day 7 years ago?
7 years ago today.
Yes.
I don't know. What was I doing? What year was that?
2016.
Hmm. Hmm. Hey, were we celebrating? Was this?
You're getting very hot. You're very
Yeah.
hot.
Were
You
we
in the
celebrating
stove.
that? Yeah, I know. Uh, I'm. I'm a guess we were celebrating the O'Brien around this time. Around then.
Yes, sir. Look at
Yeah. Yeah, we were
that.
celebrating the O'Brien. Yeah.
Yes,
Big,
sir.
the biggest parade in the history of history.
Yes, sir. Look at that.
What was that?
Look at that.
1.3 million cascading
Yes,
down on
sir.
Cleveland.
Yes, sir.
Ah, the good old days.
Yes, and
Yeah,
it's
Brian.
it's hard to believe that was 7 years ago.
Yeah, man, that picture was deep, man. Think about it. The two kids that are sitting in that picture are now superior athletes.
Right. One about to go to
Bruh.
USC, be box office, and the other one
Yes.
will probably be a lottery pick.
Yes. Yes. Man,
Wow, man. That
like look
wow.
at that. That puts it in perspective right there. Say
Yes,
young
sir.
Brian. They say
Yes.
salute to him. Like say we always got appreciation for that. Like say
No
don't
doubt,
ever
no
get it
doubt.
twisted. Like
LeBron and Kyrie, because Kyrie hit the shot.
yep.
That
And
was
Kevin
our
Love
version
without
of the shot.
saying
Yes. And Kevin Love put on the defense against Steph.
yes.
And Ty Lue was, hey, had them in the right direction. From 3
Hey,
1,
that solidified Ty Lue as a coach.
sure
I mean,
did.
he's been employed since. I mean, he's employed. He's
Yes.
the Clippers coach now, right? If
Yes,
I'm not
sir.
mistaken. Yeah. So
Yes.
he solidified himself as one of the coaches far as longevity. Like he's going to be around for a long time,
Yes,
and that's
sir.
what's up. Well deserved too.
Yes. And that was also a year where we could have had two championship parades if the Indians back then would have held on.
Indian slash Guardians. Yes,
Yes,
yes.
sir. But if you really think about it, what Tito did managing that team, he got them as far as he could get them.
Oh, we overachieved. Like we were the
Yes,
Miami. We were like the Miami Heat in last
right.
year's NBA.
Because
Like
you got to think
back
about
then.
it.
Oh, go ahead.
We had a 3-man starting rotation
Hmm.
because Trevor Bauer wanted to play with a drone and
Right.
Carlos
Messed up
Carrasco
the
was hurt. Yeah.
fan. Hmm.
And think about it. All he used basically in the bullpen was Andrew Miller. And Cody Allen in
Yep.
the bullpen.
Yep. That was it. It was set up and closed. That was all we had.
That was it. And he was bringing Andrew Miller in like in the fourth inning.
Yes.
Like in the
And
fourth, fifth inning.
salute to him. Like he used to be dominant too. Like
And
considering.
yes. And think about it. They got through Boston first. Boston was a dominant team that year.
Hmm.
Then they got through Toronto with Joey Bats and company.
Yep.
Just didn't have quite enough for Chicago.
That's it. They were the team of destiny. That's all.
Yes, sir.
If we hadn't have met them, like we might have been the team of destiny, like
Yes,
but that
sir.
year. But it is what it is. Like I say, we
Yeah.
put and our team now we're starting to get it together. Like I say,
Starting the trip.
we got the brooms out when we should have. Like
Oh,
say
yeah.
the A's, me and you and like 7 other guys might be able to beat them, but hey, we'll take all the victories, and I think we're only one game back at this point. So let's
Yes.
go. Let's go,
Yes.
Guardians. The gods.
Now, did you get a chance to watch the Guardians last night? With Galvin Williams made his major league debut last night.
I did watch his portion, like say, just to see what he was looking like, and he's gonna be okay.
Yeah,
Like one. I mean, he only made what one major mistake. Like say,
that's
what
it.
was a
Give up that home
three
run.
run? Yeah,
Yeah,
but
you
other than
know,
that, he looks solid.
you know who he reminds me of size wise. As far as the Indians pitcher in the past, he reminds
Who's
me of
that?
large Lenny Barker back as far as size wise.
Oh, okay.
And
Yeah,
they both got like the same physique.
yeah. I thought you were gonna say, what's my man? Oh, why I'm on drawing a blank on him right now. Begins with an S.
CC
No, not
Sabathia.
CC. It was before CC. Who was our ace before
Uh
CC?
oh man. Oh wee.
I'm gonna have to look that up. But but
Oh
anyway,
wee.
but well, yeah,
Dang, Ace before CC? Good Lord. You had Charles Nagy back then. You had Earl Hershiser back then. Dennis Martinez. Jose Mesa was the closer.
and it's somebody else. But yeah, but go
Mm.
ahead. Like I say, I'm looking up.
But shout out to the Guardians that got, and also congrats to Bo Naylor who got his first major league hit last night and got it
Right.
in a clutch situation when they needed it. They was trailing
Yes.
6-5, and he kept the inning alive.
Facts.
I think he's going to be okay. We'll see. You know what I'm saying? He started out his career 0 for 19, but hey, it is
It
what it is.
yeah, like you said, we're gonna come around for
Oh,
sure, for
yeah.
sure.
But you know what? It's rounded into like what we said a few weeks earlier. Right now, this is their filling out and figuring out process.
Yes.
And then after the All Star break, then, Tito be having them ready to play. He have them ready to play. So, and after the All Star break. But only thing that
Yes.
concerns me is, honestly, I'll say this: I don't think we're gonna see McKenzie the rest of the season.
Nah, that's kind of freaky that like say
Yeah,
for him to have another injury.
yeah. And people still talking about, that I don't think they're gonna do it this year. I would be shocked if they trade Bieber this year.
Yeah, they can't do it. They
Can't.
can't do it. That
Because you
would
got
be
look at it. You got 3 rookie starters in the rotation, and Quantrill's been hurt off and on this year as well. You can't
yeah,
do it this year.
we can't do it. Especially if we're trying to still compete. I mean, we're not out of I mean, we're one
We're a
game
game back. Yeah.
out of first. So we have to stay competitive. We got to
Yes, sir.
make smart moves and take advantage of, our weak division. As long as I mean, not being funny, but like our division is like we're under 500 and one game back. So
Yes, sir.
we have to take advantage of that. And I think our team, if we get into the playoffs, I have all the faith in Tito to manufacture something. So
Because the thing
that's
with
all we need.
baseball, all you got to do is get in. It's kind of like the NCAA tournament.
Mm-hmm.
Anything can happen
Yes.
because pitching dominates in postseason, and just need a
Yeah.
little more hitting,
Yep. And then
But go
on the
ahead.
flip side, no, I was going to just say on the flip side of that, all you need is one hit and it can change the game.
Yes,
So,
sir.
so yeah, baseball isn't as like far as basketball, you can kind of tell, what might happen or see the probabilities. But baseball is one of those things where, like you said, if a pitcher is on, nobody's getting on. And if a guy's on fire hitting 2 home runs, and that's the game.
Right, exactly. One of our people asked, "What's up? What's good?" I'm going to the Loc'D On Sports page. I don't know why they need to figure this out on we stream and things. I don't see why they don't let the people have their name on there and stuff. I don't get it.
Right.
I don't get it at
Wow.
all. He said, "You think they wanted Tristan to pitch because it's jersey giveaway?"
Probably.
Yeah,
Probably. I mean,
definitely.
yeah. But I mean, it'll still go. A young man. He just needs to sit down for a minute. That's all.
What's up, Be Cool Kaiser? Yeah, I think they probably did want him to pitch. Unfortunately, it's just not working out for him this year, unfortunately.
Yeah, we need him healthy for the long haul.
Yes, sir. But I honestly don't think we're going to see him for the rest of the season because that injury is like a precursor to Tommy John surgery.
Hmm.
And if he gets that, and if that happens, he'll be out all next year too, as well.
Right. But like I said, get it done now. I mean, he's a young man, and we need him for the long haul. Because, like you said, Bieber might be on the trading block either this
Yeah,
year or next year. So we're gonna
yes,
need somebody to step up.
definitely, definitely need somebody to step up because right now the young rotation looks good. Bybee is decent. He's
Hmm.
decent. What's it? Logan Allen, the left hand guy, which I said
Hmm.
we needed a left hander early in
Right.
the season. He looks decent. Contrail has been inconsistent. Hopefully he can get healthy. Hopefully.
Right.
And Bieber's been consistent too for the most part. He's been consistent. Wonder who made this comment. Yeah, B. Cool Kaiser said it would be next year.
Oh, the Bieber trade.
Yeah. Because they can't do it this year.
I agree.
Now, if
Totally agree.
Tristan was totally healthy and Quantrill was totally healthy, that could have been a reality. You know what I'm saying? Them trading them.
Hmm.
Even though I think they should keep him anyway, just till you know what I'm saying,
Yeah,
to
I
the
mean,
off
why
season.
not? Like, what are we really gonna get for him? Like,
Right?
what is the target? Like, are they trying to bring in another bat because that's the only thing you can
That's
really
the
go
only
after?
thing. Yeah, and they don't need no bat that's in the minor leagues. They need
No,
a
we.
bat that's here now. That's in the major
Although
leagues
our
now.
our big guns are starting to hit a little bit. I saw
Oh
Bell take
yeah,
one out,
yeah.
and Naylor's been balling. So
Naylor
like
been killing them.
if dudes could get on base, like we it'd be a different thing because I mean he's even with us not getting on base as much as we should, he's still up there in RBIs, right?
Yep, 55.
That's crazy. So just imagine if we get on base, like we'll be fine.
And think about it. He might be a dark horse all star candidate this year.
True, well deserved. Because
And
like we
if
just
you
oh go
and
ahead.
if you really think about it, as often known as the Guardians of them played this year, they probably still can get three people in the All Star game.
Hmm.
Because I think Ramirez is literally a fixture.
Right, for sure.
Clase,
Right,
I'm I, I think he's going.
that's fair.
And the wild card will probably be Naylor. He'll probably be like one of the last ones picked, but he's like the wild card.
That's fair. Also, I mean, our only problem is just offense. Like
Yes, sir.
if we can produce some offense on certain days, like our record would be a lot different because we lost a lot of 1 run, 2 run games that our pitching showed up. We lost like a lot of 2 and 3 runs, on their side where we
Mm-hmm.
like all we needed was 3 runs and we would have got the victory. Is what I'm trying to say. If I
Yep.
could speak English, excuse me.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, right now the Guardians play Milwaukee, start a 3 game series against Milwaukee tomorrow on the home stand. Go out, support the Guardians. And you know what
For
I
sure.
noticed this year? The attendance has been better this year.
Yeah, I mean, well, we coming off the COVID still, and
Yeah.
people are
And you're
starting to
coming
come
off
back
a
outside,
playoff year too. So,
and we're successful. We're not a garbage team.
nah.
We went through a little lull, and everybody knows how Cleveland teams roll. What Cleveland Guardians / Indian teams roll. Like
Yes.
midsummer is when we really start clicking, and it looks like they're following suit. We're
Because I
fine.
think over the last 10 years, I think the Guardians got like the best regular season record of Major League Baseball overall.
I can see that.
Hmm.
because we're pretty consistent. Like I don't know if
Right.
everyone's been paying attention, but yeah, we definitely have been consistent over the last 5, maybe
Yes.
for sure.
And really, especially since Tito been here,
Yes,
they've been consistent ever since
we can.
Tito been here. So,
We,
hey. Oh, go
we,
ahead, Sean.
no, I was just gonna say we can only get better. It's like we got a lot of young pieces, and like say we got young pitching coming up, and like say this year is still on the table. Like say we only one game back. It looks like everything's starting to trend in the right direction for us, and I'm ready. Like it's
Yes,
our
sir.
time.
Yes, sir.
Like say let them be the sleeper team to get a championship for us.
Because think about it. Atlanta a couple years ago only won like 83, 84 regular season games and they won the World Series.
Yeah,
Washington was like under 500 in last place in their division and came back and won the World Series.
yeah.
So it can happen. All you got to do is get in.
Mm-hmm. Like
Get in.
everybody's got a shot. Yes.
Yeah.
And it's a series, so it's not like a one and done like the NCAA tournament or something.
Right.
So you can
you
adjust, and we got one of the better coaching minds, and that's why I always had the faith that we'll be okay as long as we get in.
you know what I do miss though from the old playoff format when they had the one and done wild card?
Mm-hmm.
Even
Yeah,
though a lot of people criticized it, I got to like it because every move was critical.
right.
Every move was critical, and it was like you got to win or go home, right there.
Yeah, like I could see that scenario, like if it was like the top 6 teams, and then you had 4 teams, play in for the last 2 spots.
Right.
I could rock with that. But like say, yeah, it just wasn't enough playoff teams to begin with for them to do that. That's all.
True.
Like I
True.
agree with what you're saying, like so as far as like putting everything on the line in one game, but you know, doing all that to be part of a Final Four, like that
Yeah,
was,
because think about it.
yeah.
One of the most exciting games they had in that wild card was the Kansas City Oakland game,
Mm,
where I think Oakland got off to a big lead or whatever, and Kansas City came back and got them.
mm. Yes, yeah. I don't remember that one, but I believe you. Like I said, that's what could happen. Like that. That's the only problem with the one and dones. Like I say, and
Yes.
just think of how exciting that would have been if they would have faced off the next day. You know what I mean? That's the only problem.
Dude.
Like say, it would you know what I mean? And as a baseball, as Major League Baseball, they'll look at that like, oh, that's another check we could have got.
Oh, you already know. You already know. But hey, moving right along, we're gonna go to some basketball. Today is draft day. Draft day and big trade day. And of
Right.
course, everybody knows the one trade. Well, actually, we're gonna go far as we're gonna go far as the first trade was actually Chris Paul to Washington
Mm-hmm.
for Bradley Beal.
Like I
And
said, that
what do
was a
you
big move for him. Hmm.
now? What do you think about that fit with Phoenix with Bradley Beal and Devin Booker
Uh,
both in the backcourt?
That's big. They're interchangeable because both of those guys can play the point guard and the two. They're both like 6'5". Yeah, that's a no-brainer. And they both get buckets.
Mm-hmm.
So it's
Yeah.
that definitely makes them formidable. Like it gives them a big three no matter how you spin it. And like
Yeah.
saying with Aiton, that gives them a big four possibly, but I don't think he's gonna make it to the season. I
I
think
was just
he
about to
might be the
say.
trade. He might be the trade candidate if they can get something for him.
Now, my only concern is if all of them can stay healthy next year.
Right. But
Because,
that's any team.
yeah,
Like say injuries. Like say barring injury, they're definitely because I mean we could say that we could go around the league and be like, oh well, Milwaukee will be fine if Giannis doesn't get hurt,
Right, but
Yeah, but I get what you're saying, but they do get, they do have an injury history, and that's all three of them actually.
right,
But if they can all stay healthy, like that, they're gonna be right there with everybody else.
yes. Then Biku Kaiser said Chris Paul to the Warriors today. Washington did
Yeah,
him a solid.
that just happened, like for Poole and future picks, I do believe. So
Yes,
yeah, and that was big. Like that's gonna be a good move for both sides actually, because Poole would just be able to run and gun in Washington
and
because
do
they
what
got
he
nothing to
want.
play for. Yeah,
Right,
and Chris Paul will have championship aspirations, like running with Stephen Clay. And
right.
that means that Draymond will probably be back also. So that
Yeah, because that's a move to win right
excuse me,
there.
they're
That's a
gonna go
move to
for it
still
all.
contend. Yeah, exactly. That's a move to still contend. So
And as though CP3 doesn't have a championship to show for it, he is a winner and he's solid, and that'll take the pressure off of Steph having to run the point. Like he'd be
true.
able to catch and shoot, and that might actually be crazy now that I'm thinking about it.
And think about this also. CP3 doesn't have to log the majority of the minutes at the point guard now.
No, no,
He
no.
could play
He
like 20 minutes a game now.
Yeah, his minutes are definitely gonna be not restricted, but he, like you say, he's not needed to go 38 minutes or
No.
anything like that. And that's gonna be big for him. That might get him another 3 seasons, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Especially if he can stay there.
Yes, definitely. Plus, Golden State, now they can keep their team together now because Chris Paul's salary come off the books after next year too. So
Hmm. Like I said, this was a move definitely to win now and keep Draymond. I think that was the
yeah,
focus of this trade. Because they probably had to choose between him and Poole. And
yeah,
we see what the choice was.
of course. Because like I told somebody, I was like, you can say what you want about Draymond, but Draymond is really a big reason why they got them 4 titles.
Oh yeah.
He's a big reason. Because think about it. Before Steve Kerr coached, when Mark Jackson was coaching, Draymond was on the bench.
Hmm.
Steve Kerr comes in, he inserts Draymond into the starting lineup.
And just used him however he could fit him in. And
Yes,
that's what
sir.
made him be what he is. And I agree.
And you know what's crazy? I wanted the Cavs to draft that dude back whenever he was in the draft. I was like, second round, we got to pick. Draft Draymond. Instead, we did something, drafted somebody that ain't even in the league now. So,
Yeah, that's our history. We got a lot of those guys.
but the Cavs this year have a second round pick in the NBA draft and also got like the top 5 Cavs draft targets for the second round with the 49th pick.
Okay.
If you want to hear about them.
Go for it.
All right, the first one is Muhammad Guy. Muhammad Guy, 6'11, play for Washington State. 6'11 forward. The Cavs do. It says here about Muhammad, the Cavs need extra size and rebounding help off the bench going into the draft, which they could have used that this past season,
Hmm.
especially in the playoffs. Because even if he needs to spend a few years with the Cleveland Charge, guy has the skill set to become a reliable Cavs big for the future. And he led Washington State in rebounds. He was averaged 10 points a game, 6.7 rebounds a game. And he had an 18 point, 18 rebound effort against UCLA. So that's help far as in the big man category.
Okay.
Now, here we have another one, another 3 and D guy, Keontae Johnson from Kansas State, 6'6" forward, says he could be a solid fit for the Cavs, especially if they don't retain Cedi Osman and Lamar Stevens. even though I think they're
Nope.
retaining Stevens anyway, so Nassetti is in question. But he averaged 17.4 points a game and 6.8 rebounds a game at Kansas State. Hit 40% of his 3 points attempt in his 1 year with the Wildcats. And he also played for Florida. Then another guy they got a prospect is Justin Strother. He's a 4 year guard with Gonzaga. He had 6'7" guard. He averaged 15.2 points a game, 6.2 rebounds a game, and 1.3 assists a game. And he dropped 40 points in the game against Portland. Then they got Justin Powell, who could be another guard if they need to bring another reliable shooter. He went to Washington State as well. And he averaged, let's see, they don't say how much he averaged. But he shot 42.6% from the 3 point line.
Okay.
And he's 6'6" and a guard off the bench. Only thing they didn't have, they was talking about they still have guard Sam Merrill listed with a non-guaranteed contract that runs through 24-25.
Right.
So then they had the last one, but not least, Imani Bates. They said he can be a risky pick, but worthwhile move, even if he needs to spend a few years refining his craft. He finished the 22-23 season with 19.2 points a game, 5.8 rebounds a game, and 1.4 assists a game during the 30 games he played for Eastern Michigan. The 6'10" forward had workouts with Cleveland, Detroit, Phoenix, Oklahoma City, Portland, and Brooklyn. And somebody said, I definitely feel like, he says himself, I definitely feel like I could be one of the best players to ever play this game because I know how hard I work. So Bates said. Bates, he went to Memphis too for a year.
No, that I was just gonna raise. I mean, I was letting you finish. Like he's like the only dude I even know from all the
Right.
guys that you even named. And the only reason the two reasons why I know him is because one, like he was ranked like number 1 in the
Yes.
nation
Yes,
coming out of
sir.
high school. And
Yes.
then two, he's the one that he caught the gun charge, I
Yes, he did.
believe.
Yeah.
That's why we even talking about him. So
Right.
yeah,
Because truthfully,
he, he's
if
the
he hadn't have
dude.
got if he hadn't have got, let's just say, had he stayed at Memphis and not got into that little trouble, he'd probably be a lottery pick.
Yeah, because he would have been under the tutelage of Penny, like Penny Hardaway
Yes.
down there, right? Yeah,
Right.
he
Yep.
Penny Hardaway, like he come on, man. Yeah. If of all the guys you name, he's the only one I could even chime in on. And
And I
I would jump on him. Like you said, it's a low risk, high reward. It's a second round
yes.
pick. You don't expect him to do much this year anyway. Like just take him. Like 6'10", and the guy can. I mean, he can do everything.
Do
Like
everything.
he can
He
do
just probably
everything.
need to get a little stronger.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, he's
A
a
little
little
stronger.
slight,
Yeah.
but I mean that's any
But
guy coming out.
but Kevin Durant, same body type as his.
Yes, agreed.
And people say, well, you can't get anything with the second round picks. But think about notable second round picks that have put a dent in the NBA. We can go far as the
Nah,
Cavs.
yeah, I was gonna say that's not true because we've
Right.
been like the NBA is different because it's only 2 rounds. Like
Right.
it's not like the NFL where it's 7 rounds. You got all these
Yeah.
opportunities. No, it's 2 rounds because even like you was alluding to, not only second round picks but free
Free
agents.
agents.
Like
Look
look
at
how many
Miami.
free agents. Just look around the league at how many guys were, like you said, second round picks, first round, and undrafted free agents. It was a
Jok-
lot of them.
Jokic, the MVP of the finals, was the 41st pick in the second round.
Yeah,
Because
a
you got to
lot of guys.
remember, Denver also had dude that played center for Portland, Jokic.
Hmm.
And they had them both at the same time, and they traded Jokic to make room for the Joker.
Yeah, smart move.
Very smart move. Paid off handsomely. B. Kaiser said the Joker was a second round. Yes, sir.
Yes.
41st. 41st. So think about all the past second round players that have made a dent in this league. Mark Price was a second round pick.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Draymond Green, second round pick.
Yes.
Jokic, second round pick. So it doesn't matter. And it's a few guys that's in the league right now that's second round picks that's doing things.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The numbers, like you got to think of how many college teams is it,
A
and
lot.
then you got to think it's only what 62 picks in the draft,
Right.
64.
And
Like, what
think
are we
about it.
saying?
And a lot of the draft now with the first, I can say the first round is literally a year out of high school players.
Yeah, that's another great point. A lot of the first round picks are potential picks, not
Yeah, they
guys that
got some
have played
potential.
through any system. So yeah,
Right.
the numbers. It's got to be somebody there that can be serviceable. It's just your scouting team has to get their money. They have to earn their
Yes.
keep.
They got to do what they supposed to do. Scout.
Like you said earlier, Miami proves that you can find guys if you look hard enough.
Because think about this. Spruce, undrafted free agent. What's the point guard name? The point guard from Miami now. The dude that's starting.
Oh, Gabe Vincent,
Vincent, free agent. Duncan Robinson, I had never heard of the dude.
right?
I don't even remember when he played for Michigan, to be honest. Look at him.
Agreed. Like I say, that's why I think like we can like first of all, like whoever we pick is not going to be anybody that's going to change the game,
Contribute
you
right
know.
away anyway.
But we might luck up and get that one guy. Like you say, we have to find the gem, and like if Bates falls to us, that'd be a blessing in disguise for
That's
real.
what I said. I'll take Bates.
Because
That's
that's
the
one of
only
the guys.
one. That's the only one really I've paid attention to for real. For real.
Right. Like any other guy that's there at that point, like it's gonna be like a junior or a senior, a dude
Yep.
who went through the system. It's got to be somebody that's solid and ready to go. And I don't know if do we really need that guy?
Right. Some Be Cool Kaiser says sometimes those second.
Mm,
Yes, sir. You're
great point.
definitely right, Be Cool. Great point.
Because their money's not guaranteed.
Their spot's not guaranteed. Check out.
Yeah,
They could blow in the wind different and cut you tomorrow and everything. Like, hey, such, come here, come with us. You gotta holler at you.
right.
You either going to the G League or you going home. And think about it. They got Mobley brother in the second round. And think about it. What
Hmm.
people don't realize, understand, the Cavs had 3 second round picks last year. 2 that will probably be on the summer league team this year. Jop's son and the Travers kid. The
Hmm.
Travers kid was kind of scrappy and everything. I like him. He just needed to
Yeah,
refine his game a little bit more. That's all. Which they could be with the big club this season coming up.
yeah.
Because
Hopefully.
we do need, especially like say if you draft Bates, we do need some front court help. Jop will be coming just in time.
Yeah. And we can find like we still have a mid-level exception. Like it's gonna be the veteran minimums out there. We'll be able to find a guy.
Yeah.
Like I said, like you said, like going into the playoffs last season, we should have looked at a Tristan, Cousins,
Yes.
a Whiteside, or somebody like
Yes.
that. So maybe this year we might have learned from our mistake and look at a veteran big man just to bring in, just to have, no diss to Robin Lopez, but he just doesn't have enough
No.
to contribute. Like he
No.
might be a great contributor in the locker room, but like we need some production on the court at this point because we got pushed around too much.
Yes. We needed some production and physicality, and Cousins would have provided that. Whiteside
Mhm.
would have provided that. Who else? There was another guy you mentioned, Sean. Can't remember.
Oh, Tristan was your
Tristan
guy.
Thompson. Yeah, I was campaigning for him back around the All Star break. Like, hey, they
Hmm.
need to check the tires on Tristan and see what's up. And not saying that he's gonna change the whole course, but he can put that mentality and stuff into Evan Mobley and Allen, that playoff grit. Like, look, you know what I'm saying? It's how it's got to
Or
be done.
or just run out there and like you say, and just show and prove. Just go out there and
Yes,
play physical. Like we just didn't have that one veteran guy to just step up and be like, "Hey, man, enough is enough."
yes,
That's
because
all.
think about it. If they'd have had both Tristan and Kevin Love on the Cavs bench, that's
Yep.
experience and that's championship DNA right there.
Those guys wouldn't have panicked when we started getting muscled around. They would have just
No,
figured it out. And Kev Love would have definitely been a X factor because he could have spread the floor for us a little
yeah,
bit.
because Mitchell wouldn't have been able to camp inside.
Correct.
He wouldn't have been able to camp inside. One of them guys would have had to come out and guard him
Yep.
or Randall, one of the two. Or what's the guy to play for the Cavs? Hartenstein.
Yep. It would have been just but that's coaching and hey, it is what it's
Yeah,
spilled milk. It is what it is.
water under the bridge.
But going forward, yeah, I got all the faith in our young guys. Hopefully everybody's working out, working on their games. Like say Okoro, hopefully you're working on your jumper, Mobley, jumper. I just read some from Fedor saying that that Cavs are turning down offers for Allen, so that's good to hear.
Yeah, yeah.
Like I say,
Also, I think they was interested in Tobias Harris, but I was like, you're going to give away somebody for him.
that's
Plus, that
ridiculous.
salary. Ask Philly how they feel about Tobias Harris now, and they could have had Jimmy Butler.
Yeah, I mean, and like, what sense does that make for the Cavaliers? I don't even understand that move.
That's another huge salary for, you know what I'm saying?
For what? For him to
Right.
come in and play what position? Small forward?
The three, I would say the three.
Nah, I'm good. We
Now,
we
one
need a
guy,
go ahead.
I would say the Cavs could be interested in is Kyle Kuzma,
Yeah, I'll take Kuzma for sure. Like
but I think he gonna want some dough too, though.
yeah, like we were discussing, like we need to think more like Cam Reddish, like out of Portland. Like Portland's got a lot of guys. They're kind of in a flux space. Let's throw some, low level picks at
Yeah,
guys like him. You know what I
right,
mean?
right,
Try and find that swing man who's young, he's still young,
and can hit
might be
shots.
right at the cusp. Like, year 3, year 4, that's usually when guys make the jump, the leap to what they're gonna be. We need to find that guy.
Yeah, definitely. Then there was another guy too, another small forward. I can't remember who was. Well, Chris Middleton is going to be a free agent. I can't see how he did it. He turned down 40 million.
Yeah, he might have fumbled the bag because
I
I don't.
was like, who gonna sign him for 40 million?
Well,
Now,
unless he turned it down to get a longer deal with, to try and force their hand to get a longer deal. Maybe that was it.
mm-hmm. I
But
don't know.
because think about it like this, like, and we seeing it around the league, like everybody's scared of this new tax that's coming in
Yes,
next
sir.
year.
Yep.
So if he signs for that 40 million, he's kind of like kicking himself out the league, if you think
Yeah.
about it, because he's coming off an injury.
Mm-hmm.
And he's been injured the last couple. I mean, he's a good player, but he's been injured the last couple. If they give him, they
Yeah.
might have offered him 40. Like it was the end of his contract. It was like a player option.
It was a player option.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, he's trying to get the long term. Like he knows what's up.
And plus
They
he up
must not
there in
offer it
age
to him.
too now. He
Yeah,
like
and
33 or something like that now too. So
they must have reality kicked in. They were like, hey man, we can't pay you, you know, upper 30s going forward. Like that's not gonna
Right.
happen. So he's probably, yeah, that's fair. Like we're gonna see a lot of these weird
Deals.
turn down the deals things because that cap must be a monster next year. Like
Oh
it must
yeah.
be
Because think about it, that's why Phoenix did what they did, in a sense.
correct.
Because they
Yeah, I
said,
mean that's
well, Chris, you getting older now, and we
can't pay you $40 million to be
if
you. Like,
yeah,
nah.
exactly. It's like, and if we are going to pay that kind of money, we're going to get somebody younger. And at
Well,
this
I,
point in the career,
I think those deals are pretty much done. I think this move was made to keep the salaries down because going forward, like a lot of people aren't going to be able to pay that tax or whatever.
no. And they'll also prevent the super team era now and stuff too.
You can't buy a team. Yes.
Nope, not at all. Because now Phoenix is going to have to do something with DeAndre Ayton.
But see, okay, let me ask you this. The one problem I might have with this whole system is like, okay, if you draft a guy, can you overpay him and not be punished?
Um,
Because
ooh, that's a good question. I think they got all the picks slotted though.
no, I'm saying like, okay, like scenario, like we drafted Garland and we
Right.
want to keep Garland and Mobley. And then say, you know, we luck up and draft, you know, a super guy next year. To keep all those guys, will we be able to go over and not be punished?
That's
As
a
opposed to like
interesting question because before you used to be able to pay your own free agents whatever they wanted.
because it's an incentive to keep your guys with your team that you drafted them. Because right now,
Right.
free agency is going crazy, so they had to put that incentive in. But right now, is that incentive still there? And if so,
Yeah.
that's big. I ride
That's
with that
huge.
because that would be a shift because the incentive to stay there, plus you know if you go elsewhere, this team might not have enough to even pay you. Like you might go
Yeah.
from 30 million to 10 million if you change teams. So
Because think about it, when people was talking about Boston with Jalen Brown, why would he want to leave? He about to get the biggest pay. He about to get 5 years and almost 300 million.
yeah, I think he qualified for the super max. He's
Yes,
not
sir.
he's getting
All
it. Yeah.
NBA, second team All
Yeah, that
NBA.
not a lot of guys are making that threshold. So
No,
you know he's
he's
taking it.
staying put. And also, what you think about the one trade I forgot to mention was the Boston Celtics. Washington had a fire sale. They traded
Yeah,
away Kristaps Porzingis to Boston. Boston then for traded at first it was Malcolm Brogdon to the Clippers, but I think something was going on with Brogdon's injury or something like that.
right.
So they punted on that, and then they traded Marcus Smart to the Memphis Grizzlies.
Yeah, I like the other trade a lot better for all the teams, but like this trade is solid. Like Boston gets a big man who's versatile, and
Yes.
they trade away Smart,
Oof.
but like you know, my man's is from Boston, so hey,
Yeah.
they aren't hurt, so I'm not hurt
Nah.
either. Like they're pretty
Nah.
happy about it. Like honestly, like people, what's the best way to put it? Because they don't diss him at all. Like they love him. Like
Who, Marcus
but
Smart?
yeah,
Oh
but they
yeah,
feel
yeah.
like he gets a little
Excited.
no, he
Trigger.
overconfident. That's the
Little
if
trigger
that's the
happy.
thing. Yeah,
Little
he
trigger happy and
definitely
start jacking up threes and whatnot.
he makes poor decisions when he starts thinking that he's Tatum and Brown, you know,
Right.
and which is cool. You know, it got him to where he is, and like he's solid still. I think defensively he might have took a step back, and that might have been
Yeah.
another part of the because that was his thing. That's his. He was the
That was
defensive
his
guy.
that was
For
his
him to
stellar
step
thing
back,
right there.
yeah, that might have threw up a couple red flags for him also. But he gets a new start in Memphis. They actually
And
need him to go over there and sit with Ja, man. Like
I
honestly,
was
I thought
just
about
about to
that.
say that.
I was like,
Yeah,
he's not gonna let Ja do all that stupid stuff, I don't think. And that's I appreciate that more, just thinking on a
yeah.
human level, like forget basketball.
I
I
think
think
he's gonna.
Smart might be the right guy.
I think he's gonna teach Ja how to be a professional.
Yeah, or at least try.
Yeah, at
He's
least
not
try.
gonna back down. Like most guys will probably just let stuff rock. We know that this man is yelled at
No.
everybody in the locker room, win or lose. Like
Right.
he's that guy, and that's what's up.
Back while Joe said, "Go Boston." What's up, Joe
Uh,
Simpty?
speak of the devil.
Right.
Yeah.
We talked about
What up, Brody?
what's up. But yeah, Smart will be there definitely to help out
Yeah.
John. Plus, while he's suspended, and also Memphis traded the other guard, Tyus Jones, too.
He's in Washington, right?
Yes, sir. They'll have an
Yeah. So that
exciting backcourt with him and Poole.
for sure.
Memphis defense will be nice. That's what Joe said.
Yes. Agreed.
Yes. Because now you got Marcus Smart and he'll hold them people accountable over there. Well, I think
That's it.
a lot of it, they didn't have a lot of account. They had the talent, but they didn't have accountability.
I thought about it. They have a lot of young guys, and Smart is gonna come over there and be like the captain. He's gonna
Right.
right the ship in the locker room, of course.
Yep. We good. We chilling, fam. Yep. But yeah, it's gonna be more trades to come because a lot of people trying to get from under that money.
That's what I'm saying. We're gonna see a lot of these weird trades. Like this is only the beginning. Like this tonight, like we saw it coming down the pike here, like with these couple of trades. But I wouldn't be shocked if anybody big get traded. Like put it this way, if Zion got traded tonight, I would not be shocked.
I wouldn't either. I wouldn't either. Joe said, "Do you like the Chris Paul trade?"
Oh yeah, that's solid. The Golden State, like that's great for him.
Yeah.
That's great for him. Like we discussed that one earlier, Joe. You missed the beginning apparently, but it's cool. You can always go back just like everybody else and rewatch this episode of Locked On Sports
Yeah.
216. We appreciate it.
Now,
Like and subscribe always.
let me ask you, Sean. Who do you think will take Zion?
Us, every team. Like it like he might just need a change of scenery.
Change
You
of
know what I mean?
scenery, and I think he got a little bit more maturing to do. I'll say that.
Oh, a lot more,
Yeah.
yeah. But once again, he's only 22. Like
Yeah.
let's pump the brakes on, chalking him up. But yeah,
Joe,
he can go anywhere.
Joe said New York.
NY for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
For sure. I'm quite sure that they wouldn't be mad in Boston if they were like, hey, we traded Robert Williams for
Right.
Zion. That I'm quite sure the Boston fans would be like, oh
Oh, we're
no.
gonna keep him. He can play center for us. He can play
That's
center. But I think he just gotta, how can I say it? You know how Zion did it so long off talent? You know what I'm saying? He was
mm,
just naturally gifted and talented. And now the mental part and wherewithal, all the other parts are starting to have to weigh in for him.
mm-hmm.
And I think he just
It,
needs to go somewhere where a veteran can hold him accountable and you know what I'm saying? Nudge him in
yeah,
the right
sometimes, like
direction.
you said, sometimes physicality, like a lot of guys get by on their physical talents early on. And like you say, once you get to the NBA, all these guys have the same physical talents. Like it's a lot of guys that can run fast that are 6'8", 6'9".
Yes.
And I mean, he's 6'6".
Right.
So
Joe asked, where do you think Kyrie will go? And I heard Brian wants to trade AD. Don't do it, Brian.
yeah, that part's not gonna happen. And
Because,
Kyrie, well, go ahead with how you feel about the AD.
well, AD got Jenny Bus favor. So,
Yeah, he's the future over there.
yeah,
That's what I was gonna say. He's
yeah.
the future
He
over
has
there.
Jenny Bus favor. He'll probably end his career like, you know what I'm saying? symbolically like Kareem ended his. You know what I'm saying? Because, I mean,
Hmm.
how old is AD? 30? 29, 30, 31, something like
Maybe.
that?
Yeah. Yeah. Like say he after LeBron retires, he's the next guy. So they're
Right.
not gonna trade
No.
him.
And far as with Kyrie, don't be surprised. I would say this. I would have said I think he might end up either with the Lakers or the Clippers.
See, I don't think either one of those teams have money.
The Lakers might have money. But if they
I
do,
don't
I
know.
say this, they got money, but if they do sign Kyrie, that means Austin Reeves and Hachimura are gone.
That's what I was just getting ready to say. I mean, what bench would they have if they signed Kyrie? Because yeah, they got us try and sign Rui, and
Yeah.
yeah,
Joe said trade Paul George. I heard that the Clippers were exploring that.
yeah, I read that also. For who? Once
Right.
again, all this is turned into a salary dump. That's what makes this.
Yeah.
It's a different era. Like, what would you get for him? Because any team taking on
Paul
Paul George's
George.
salary, you might have to trade picks with that. And then
Right.
what are you getting in return?
Kyrie's a free agent. Only
Yeah,
way
he a
that
free
work
agent.
out if it's a sign and trade with Dallas. And
Hey, I don't know if both sides, because both sides will have to sign and trade. I
yeah.
don't think
George
that
still
happens
under
very often.
contract though. He's still
Word.
under contract with the Clippers, but I would say I think the Clippers are going to run it back one more time, and they're just
Yeah, I
going to get a
don't
point guard.
know. Cause why would they? Mm, mm,
Paul
yeah, he
George would
definitely.
be a fit in Dallas. Yes, he would, because he a catch and shoot guy.
Oh yeah, he definitely would play well with Luca, but once again, it had to be a sign and trade, and they would have to really. Mm,
And I think LA have to give a little more just for them. You know what I'm saying?
that's what I mean. They would have to give up like picks and stuff, and would they really want to
Right.
do that? I don't think
Be Cool
so.
Kaiser said Chris Paul has a lot of mileage. That's why Golden State is the right place for him.
Yeah, he won't have to play a lot of minutes.
No, he only had to play like 20, 25 a game.
Like you got to look at Chris Paul right now as basically the backup point guard in Golden State.
Yes.
Like he might start, but he's not going to play starter minutes.
Yes. Yes. Somebody was saying earlier, I was watching somebody was saying, do it seem like it would be a failure for Chris Paul because he's going now to be a backup? I'm like, no, he's been played in the league almost 20 years. What you
Yeah,
expect?
he
He's damn near
deserves the opportunity.
he deserves that opportunity. He's damn near 40 years old.
You got to think of some of his counterparts that were drafted with him have retired.
Dude, I remember going to that McDonald's game. I took Lil Keith to the game. Paul
Dude,
George's knee has a lot of mileage. That's true.
true. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, what are you really getting for Paul George? Like, and that's no disrespect. Like, he's a great player, but once again, you got to think about his monies.
Right. Joe said Chris Paul is almost our age.
True, but once again, hey, he's still out there. Hey, Jordan was too.
Yep. Oh,
Vince Carter.
you was at the McDonald's game too, be cool?
Oh, that's
Yeah,
what's
I was
up.
there.
So
I'll
y'all
never
was
forget
repping
that
the
game.
land,
Sure was.
repping
Sure
the
was. Matter of
land.
fact, I surprised my son. And we
Mm,
went. He didn't have no idea we was going. All he used to talk about when he got home from school all the time, LeBron gonna be in the McDonald's game.
LeBron.
I was like, really? Okay.
Oh,
So, hey. But hey, I would say we about to close it up.
that's what's up. All right, another quick one. Go Cavs.
Yes, sir. Make the best move you can make to improve the team.
If we can trade into the first round and not give up a whole lot,
I'm with
Let's
that.
do it. No trading Okoro or Allen. Let's throw that off the table. I'm just throwing that out there. And let's go.
Because I honestly think, I'm going to say it like this, if they are eyeing Amani Bates, they might have to trade up.
And that's fine. I'm willing
Yeah,
to just
I'm with
they
that.
can throw in an extra second pick, second round
Yeah.
down
Because I'd rather take
20,
a
30.
chance on somebody dynamic that can be dynamic than just
Yes.
get run of the mill dude.
Yeah, we got to roll the dice because at that pick, we just got to take a chance. And Bates is the guy that I definitely would love. No, whoever said that, no.
Be Cool said trade a Cora. I don't think that's gonna happen. You're not
And
gonna
that's
give up. You're not gonna give up on the fifth pick in the lottery like that.
and the dude plays solid. He just we have a bad, well, not a bad coach. We have a coach that hasn't figured out how to use him yet. That's
We have
all.
a coach that doesn't empower his, how can I say, his role players.
And like you just said earlier about Miami, like Struce and those guys, it took them like 3-4 years to come around. So this is the
Yes.
Okoro year. So just be patient. We got this. He's cool.
Yeah, he'll be all right. He can't shoot the corner shot.
Nah, he shot like 40% down the stretch. Like I can't let y'all do that to him.
I think it's
Look,
a lot
look
of
it up.
things. I think it's a lot more things with Okoro where I think the offense is a bad fit. For
Yeah, like you
one.
said earlier when we were talking, off cam, like he's not a stand and shoot guy. Like
No,
you asking him to, I mean, he's doing very well doing something he's not, supposed to be
accustomed
doing.
to doing. Yeah, he's a slasher. Now, if you get the offense where you got better ball movement, where he can take advantage of his talents, because think about this. You got a guy that can go to the hole with the left or the right hand, but you got him
Mhm.
standing in the corner.
Standing waiting for a shot. Yeah, that's crazy. So
That's
that's
counterproductive.
I think it'll be a lot better this year. And once again, like, look it up. Like he shot about 40% from the three. So he in the corner, like in the last half of the season. So it wasn't, he just didn't get a lot of opportunities. And in the playoffs, he definitely didn't show up the way he should have. But he's young. But he was the one that was out there fighting too. Like, let's
Right.
not be like he was the only one with the heart.
Biku
So
Kaiser said the NBA is giving him that shot like Garrett Snow. But when the offense is just ball dominant by the guards, they gotta remedy that. And plus, I
yes.
think I think JB needs to let Walton handle the offensive reins because he
Hmm.
was at Golden State and he did have Sacramento scoring a lot, even though they wasn't winning. But it's got to be a way you can get better ball movement and flow, so
Yes.
the rest of the
Especially if
Cavs can grow.
we got one of the better point guards in basketball. So we got
Yes,
to take advantage of that.
yes, because you have him standing in the corner, and it's like, come on now.
Exactly.
You gotta let Garland cook and get it to everybody else. It's like that's you sabotaging yourself. You setting your own self up to lose, and you setting his own self up to get fired.
Hmm. Hmm.
He said, "I'm at the game. He is alone. He passed the ball." Yeah, I mean, you set yourself up to get fired, JB. Get the offense right, and I think a lot of these problems that they had in the playoffs would cease.
Yeah. Hopefully we learned from it and we'll go
Yeah.
forward.
But anyway, like I said, that is Locked On Sports 216
216.
with me and Sean C. Remember, subscribe to the new Allen Vision Media 2 channel on YouTube. Subscribe to that channel. And like, share the video. Feel free to comment and watch the video over and over again if you like. Share, and till next week, we will see you soon. This is Locked On Sports. This is your man Keith Allen and Sean C. And we're out.
Peace,
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 peace, peace,
peace.
peace.